Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into the heartwarming world of animal friendships. Get ready to be amazed by these unlikely bonds. In the vast, intricate tapestry of life that blankets our planet, connections are formed in the most unexpected of places between the most improbable of individuals. We often look to our own species for complex emotional relationships, yet the animal kingdom, in its silent wisdom, offers countless narratives of affection, loyalty, and companionship that transcend the conventional boundaries we imagine. These are not mere associations of convenience, but profound attachments that can mirror the depth and sincerity of any human friendship, offering us a glimpse into the rich emotional lives of the creatures with whom we share this world. Today we embark on a journey to witness 5 such extraordinary alliances, each a testament to the remarkable capacity for connection that exists within the natural world. We shall observe creatures, great and small, predator and potential prey, defying ingrained instincts to forge bonds that are as mystifying as they are moving. These stories challenge our understanding of animal behavior and invite us to look closer, to listen more attentively to the subtle languages of interaction that unfold around us every day. Prepare yourselves to witness tenderness in the face of immense power and playful camaraderie where one might only expect indifference or hostility. As we delve into these unique chronicles, let us open our hearts and minds to the possibility that the drive to connect, to form meaningful relationships, is a universal thread woven through the very fabric of life. These are not just cute encounters, they are profound expressions of an emotional intelligence that continues to astound and inspire. So, settle in as we explore these tales of interspecies amity, each a shining beacon of warmth in the wild, and sometimes not so wild, corners of our Earth, reminding us that friendship in its purest form knows no species. Our first exploration into these remarkable bonds takes us to a sanctuary, a place of refuge where the unexpected often blossoms into the extraordinary. Here we encounter Bubbles, an African elephant, a creature of immense stature and profound sensitivity, whose early life was marked by tragedy, orphaned and rescued from ivory poachers. One might imagine such a colossal being finding solace only amongst its own kind, yet fate, in its enigmatic way, had a different companion in mind for her. A companion that would arrive in a far smaller, furrier package, yet possess a spirit equally resilient and affectionate. This sets the stage for a friendship that defies the sheer visual disparity between its participants. Enter Bella, a black Labrador, a breed known for its exuberant loyalty and boundless energy. Bella's own beginnings were not grand. She was left at the sanctuary by a contractor who had built Bubbles' swimming pool. Perhaps it was a shared sense of displacement or simply an inexplicable spark of recognition, but from their first meeting, an unbreakable connection was forged. The sight of this diminutive canine frolicking around the feet of the gentle giant is a spectacle that never ceases to evoke a sense of wonder, a living portrait of harmony, painted against the odds of nature's typical delineations. Their days are filled with shared adventures, many of which revolve around Bubbles' evident love for water. As Bubbles wades into her custom-built river, Bella is never far behind, sometimes even using the elephant's vast back as a diving platform, launching herself into the cool embrace of the water with unbridled joy. This is not merely play. It is a ritual of shared experience, a dance of trust where the elephant, with careful measured movements, ensures the safety of her smaller friend, a testament to the gentle awareness that belies her formidable size. Observe the tenderness in their interactions. Bella, with unwavering confidence, will often rest in the shadow of Bubbles, seeking comfort and shade, while Bubbles in turn seems to derive a quiet contentment from the Labrador's presence. There is a language between them, unspoken yet profoundly understood, a series of gentle nudges, shared glances, and a comfortable silence that speaks volumes of their mutual affection. It is a companionship that has weathered years, growing deeper and more nuanced with each passing season, a steady rhythm in their lives. The sheer difference in their physical forms makes their bond all the more captivating. An elephant, whose single footstep could inadvertently cause harm, moves with an almost balletic grace around the much smaller, more fragile dog. This inherent caution, this conscious gentleness, is perhaps the most telling aspect of their friendship. It speaks of an awareness, a consideration for the other, that forms the bedrock of any true and lasting relationship, irrespective of species, size, or origin. Bella, for her part, displays no fear, only an unadulterated affection and trust. She will bound up to Bubbles, tail wagging furiously, and the elephant will often respond by lowering her massive head, allowing Bella to lick her trunk or face. These moments of intimate connection are profoundly moving, a clear demonstration that the emotional landscapes of these animals are far richer and more complex than we might often assume, capable of forming bonds of pure, unselfish love. This unique pairing also serves as a source of enrichment for both animals. For Bubbles, who lost her natal herd, Bella provides constant companionship, a vibrant spark of life that alleviates the potential for loneliness. For Bella, Bubbles is a steadfast and imposing protector, a warm presence, and an endlessly fascinating playmate. Their lives are interwoven, each enriching the other in ways that are both simple and deeply significant, a daily affirmation of their unique connection. The sanctuary staff observe their interactions with a mixture of joy and quiet respect. They understand that what they are witnessing is something precious, a natural alliance that formed organically without human intervention in its emotional core. It is a reminder that the capacity for friendship is not a human monopoly, but a widespread phenomenon in the animal kingdom, a gentle undercurrent in the grand flow of existence. Consider the patience exhibited by Bubbles, allowing Bella to clamber over her, to tug playfully at her ears, all met with a benign tolerance that borders on maternal affection. And in return, Bella's unwavering presence, a small dark shadow of loyalty trotting faithfully by the elephant's side, offers a constant reassurance. Their world is one of mutual reliance and shared joy, a small haven of interspecies understanding. Thus, the tale of Bubbles and Bella is not just a story of an elephant and a dog. It is a narrative about the surprising resilience of the spirit, the ability to find family in the most unlikely of companions, and the profound, unspoken language of love that can bridge even the widest of physical and instinctual divides. Their bond stands as a powerful opening statement in our exploration of nature's most heartwarming alliances. Our second story unfolds in a setting perhaps more familiar, yet it hosts a friendship no less extraordinary, challenging our preconceived notions about predator and prey. We venture into the world of Fum, a sleek black cat, an animal often synonymous with a finely honed hunting instinct, and Gebra, a magnificent barn owl, a nocturnal hunter of silent, feathered grace. One might expect their paths to cross only in a fleeting, decisive confrontation. Yet their reality is one of shared moments and gentle coexistence. Their story began when Gebra was but a young owlet, introduced to the household where Fum already reigned with typical feline poise. Perhaps it was the owlet's vulnerability or an inexplicable curiosity on Fum's part, but the usual script of cat meets bird was dramatically rewritten. Instead of antagonism, a cautious acceptance bloomed, nurtured by proximity and the gentle passage of time, eventually flourishing into a bond that continues to captivate all who witness it. Observe them together, a study in contrasts yet also in harmony. Fum, with his dark glossy fur, often sits patiently while Gebra, with her heart-shaped face and mottled plumage, perches nearby, sometimes even on Fum's back. There's an air of quiet contemplation about them, as if they are sharing secrets of the day or simply enjoying the comforting presence of a trusted companion. The cat's predatory drive, so potent and innate, seems to be held in a remarkable abeyance, a testament to the strength of their individual connection. One particularly heartwarming aspect of their relationship is their shared moments of play, or perhaps more accurately, gentle interaction. Gebra might softly preen Fum's fur with her beak, an act usually reserved for her own kind or her offspring. Fum, in turn, might rub against Gebra's feathery form, a typical feline gesture of affection, all done with a surprising delicacy. These are not the boisterous games of other animal pairs, but rather a subtle, nuanced dance of mutual regard. Theirs is a friendship that has deepened over years, becoming a constant in each other's lives. Gebra, the owl, often flies freely but chooses to return to seek out Fum's company. They have been photographed in countless poses of serene togetherness. The owl perched on a branch just above the sleeping cat, or the two of them sitting side by side, observing the world with a shared, quiet intensity. It is a companionship that seems to transcend the fundamental differences in their natures, Consider the trust inherent in such a bond. For Gebra, an animal that relies on keen senses and swift evasion for survival, to allow a natural predator such close and consistent proximity is remarkable. And for Fum to suppress the instinct to pounce, to instead offer a gentle head nuzzle, speaks to a level of recognition and affection that overrides primal urges. It is a delicate truce, perhaps, but one that has solidified into a lasting peace. Their human companions have documented their interactions with care, providing a window into this unusual alliance. Through photographs and anecdotes, we see a narrative of quiet devotion. We see Gebra patiently waiting for Fum to awaken from a nap, or Fum seemingly unperturbed as Gebra stretches her impressive wingspan nearby. Each interaction, however small, adds another brushstroke to this portrait of improbable friendship. This bond also highlights the individuality of animals. While general behaviors can be predicted based on species, these two individuals have clearly forged a unique path. Fum is not just a cat, and Gebra is not just an owl. They are Fum and Gebra, two distinct personalities whose paths intertwine to create something truly special, a relationship that defies easy categorization and invites us to appreciate the exceptions to nature's rules. The quiet moments are perhaps the most telling. The shared stillness as dusk settles, the soft rustle of feathers against fur, the almost imperceptible exchange of understanding that passes between them. It is in these subtleties that the depth of their connection is most profoundly felt. They have found a common ground, a peaceful space where their differences cease to matter, replaced by a comforting and familiar presence. The story of Fum and Gebra serves as a gentle reminder that the rules of nature, while powerful, are not always immutable. It shows us that affection can bloom in the most barren-seeming ground, between creatures we would least expect to find solace in one another's company. Their quiet companionship is a soft melody in the grand orchestra of life, a testament to the enduring power of connection in a world full of surprises. Chapter 3. Our journey now takes us to the sun-drenched coasts where the ocean's embrace meets the steadfast land, a boundary that for one unlikely pair became a meeting place. Here we witness the joyous and spirited friendship between a wild dolphin, a creature of the boundless sea, and a terrestrial companion, a dog whose heart seems to belong as much to the waves as to the shore. This is a tale of interspecies playfulness, and a remarkable bridge between two vastly different worlds. Imagine a playful, intelligent dolphin, perhaps named Dougie by the locals who frequent this Irish harbour, known for its sociable nature and curiosity towards the world beyond its watery realm. And then, picture Ben, a devoted golden retriever, whose visits to the Tory Island shore with his owner became the highlight of his days. It wasn't long before Dougie's inquisitive nature and Ben's boundless enthusiasm for a swim led to their first tentative interactions, a spark of mutual interest across the aquatic divide. Their encounters soon blossomed into a regular spectacle of shared delight. Ben, with his characteristic retriever exuberance, would plunge into the chilly Atlantic waters, swimming out to meet his cetacean friend. Dougie, in turn, would greet Ben with joyful leaps and vocalizations, the two of them engaging in an aquatic ballet that astonished and delighted onlookers. This was not a chance meeting, it became a ritual, a testament to a bond forged in the shared joy of movement and companionship. The trust between them is palpable. Ben, a land animal, shows no hesitation in venturing into the dolphin's domain, while Dougie, a wild creature, exhibits a remarkable gentleness and patience with his canine playmate. They would swim side by side for hours, Ben paddling earnestly, Dougie effortlessly gliding alongside, sometimes nudging a ball towards the dog, initiating a game of fetch that transcended species lines. The sheer delight in their interaction is infectious. Consider the communication that must occur between them. Though they speak different languages, one of barks and tail wags, the other of clicks and whistles, their understanding is evident in their coordinated movements and sustained engagement. It's a dialogue of play, of shared energy, a primal understanding that needs no words, only a willingness to connect and share a moment of exuberance in the vastness of the natural world. Their story gained international attention, a heartwarming example of how connections can form even without a shared habitat or evolutionary path. People would gather to witness their extraordinary playtime, a dog and a dolphin, two beings from entirely different spheres, finding common ground in the simple pleasure of each other's company. It was a daily reminder of the unexpected joys that nature can offer, a pure and unscripted performance of friendship. For Ben, these encounters were undoubtedly the highlight of his life, a unique adventure with an equally unique friend. For Dougie, a solitary dolphin in that area, Ben's visits may have provided a welcome form of social interaction and stimulation, a break from the solitary routines of the wild, or perhaps simply the joy of a novel playmate. Whatever the underlying motivations, the outcome was a beautiful, reciprocal relationship. The backdrop of the wild Atlantic adds a dramatic flair to their meetings. Against the crashing waves and the cries of seabirds, their playful interactions stood out as a beacon of warmth and improbable camaraderie. It's a testament to the adaptability and emotional capacity of both species. The dog's courage to venture into the deep and the dolphin's willingness to engage so gently and persistently with a creature so different from itself. Even when Ben was not in the water, Dougie would often linger close to shore if Ben was on the beach, a silent acknowledgement of their bond. And when Ben did enter the water, Dougie's excitement was clear, a joyful anticipation of their reunion. These were not fleeting encounters, but a sustained friendship that enriched the lives of both and captured the hearts of all who learned their story. The tale of Dougie the dolphin and Ben the dog is a powerful illustration of how the urge for companionship and play can transcend even the most fundamental of biological barriers. It speaks to a shared spirit of joy and a capacity for forming affectionate bonds that are not limited by species, but are instead a universal expression of life's richness, echoing from the depths of the ocean to the steadfastness of the shore. Chapter 4. Our fourth extraordinary friendship takes us into the heart of a wildlife sanctuary in Oklahoma, a place where the lines of nature are sometimes redrawn by circumstance and compassion. Here we encounter Bone Digger, a magnificent Barbary lion, a creature whose very name evokes images of raw power and regal dominance. And by his side, an astonishingly small companion, Milo, a diminutive dachshund, a breed more commonly associated with playful yaps than with the company of kings of the savannah. Their bond is one that immediately challenges our deepest instincts about predator and prey. Bone Digger, weighing hundreds of pounds, possessing formidable claws and teeth, shares his enclosure and his life with Milo and three other dachshunds who seem utterly unfazed by their colossal companion. This remarkable arrangement began when Bone Digger was just a cub, afflicted by a metabolic bone disease that left him partially disabled. It was during this vulnerable period that Milo and his pack offered comfort and companionship. The tenderness between Bone Digger and Milo is profoundly moving. Milo, with astonishing bravery or perhaps complete trust, can often be seen nestled close to the lion, sometimes even appearing to clean Bone Digger's massive teeth. The lion in turn exhibits an incredible gentleness, allowing the small dogs to clamber over him, to share his food, and to rest alongside his formidable frame. It is a scene of domestic tranquility in the most undomestic of settings. This unique interspecies family demonstrates the powerful influence of early bonding and shared experience. Having grown up together, the usual predator-prey dynamic was never established. Instead, a familial bond formed, with the lion viewing these small dogs not as a potential meal, but as members of his pride, his trusted confidants. The dachshunds, in turn, show no fear, only affection and a sense of belonging. Witnessing Milo bravely, almost cheekily interacting with Bone Digger is a constant source of amazement. The dachshund might playfully nip at the lion's mane or snuggle under his chin, actions that would be unthinkable in any other context. Bone Digger's response is always one of patient tolerance, often a gentle lick or a soft rumble that seems to convey affection rather than annoyance. Their communication is a quiet language of acceptance. The sanctuary staff, who facilitated this unusual cohabitation as a means of providing social enrichment for the disabled lion cub, have observed this bond deepen over many years. They speak of the comfort the dogs provided Bone Digger during his early struggles with his health, and how that comfort solidified into a lasting, loving relationship. It's a testament to the idea that companionship can be a powerful healing force. The sheer visual contrast is striking. The lion, a symbol of wild majesty, and the dachshund, a domestic creature of modest proportions. Yet in their interactions, these differences melt away, revealing a core of mutual affection. Bone Digger is fiercely protective of his small friends, and they, in their own small way, offer him unwavering loyalty and company. It's a symbiotic relationship built on trust and shared history. This is not merely about a lion tolerating a dog, it is about a deep, affectionate connection. There are moments when Bone Digger will gently groom Milo, a behavior typically reserved for kin. These intimate gestures speak volumes about the emotional depth of their relationship, challenging any notion that such feelings are exclusive to humans or closely related species. They have formed their own unique family unit. Consider the implications. If a lion, an apex predator, can form such a gentle and loving bond with an animal that would, in any other circumstance, be considered prey, what does this tell us about the nature of instinct versus learned behavior and the capacity for individual animals to form relationships that defy expectation? It suggests a flexibility and emotional richness in the animal kingdom that we are only beginning to fully appreciate. The story of Bone Digger and Milo, the lion and the dachshund, is therefore a narrative of extraordinary compassion and acceptance. It shows that even the king of beasts can possess a gentle heart, and that friendship can indeed be found in the most astonishing of pairings, a testament to the enduring power of love and companionship to reshape the very laws of the wild within the sanctuary of a shared life. Chapter 5. Our final tale of extraordinary animal friendships takes us to the tranquil green pastures where domestic animals often live side by side, yet where individual bonds can still surprise us with their depth and charm. We observe the heartwarming companionship between horses, noble and sensitive creatures, and goats, known for their curious, playful, and sometimes endearingly stubborn natures. Theirs is a friendship often born of proximity, but blossoming into genuine affection. One such notable pair, Mr. G the goat and Jellybean the donkey, though the dynamic often extends to horses, captured hearts when they were separated after being rescued from a hoarding situation. Mr. G, the goat, fell into a deep depression, refusing to eat or move for days, until his dear friend Jellybean was brought to be with him. Their joyful reunion was a profound display of the emotional distress separation can cause, and the sheer elation of reunion highlighting the significance of their bond. While Jellybean is a donkey, the essence of interspecies paddock companionship is vividly illustrated here, and similar bonds are frequently seen between horses and goats. Horses and goats, when sharing a field or stable, often develop a fascinating dynamic. The goat, agile and adventurous, might use the patient horse as a mobile climbing frame, perching on its broad back to gain a better view of the surroundings, or perhaps just for the sheer fun of it. The horse, in turn, often seems to tolerate these antics with a gentle patience, a quiet acceptance of its smaller, more boisterous companion's quirks. Their interactions extend beyond mere playful climbing. They can often be seen grazing peacefully side by side, a picture of pastoral harmony. They might nuzzle each other, a soft gesture of greeting or comfort, or simply stand together in companionable silence, finding solace in the other's presence. For herd animals like horses and social animals like goats, companionship is vital for their well-being. The presence of a goat can often have a calming effect on a nervous or solitary horse. The goat's relatively unflappable nature, its constant curious exploration of its environment, can provide a steadying influence. In turn, the horse offers a sense of security and a warm presence for the goat. It's a mutually beneficial relationship where each provides something the other needs, emotionally or socially. Consider the simple, everyday moments that define their friendship, sharing a patch of shade on a hot day, the goat following faithfully in the horse's hoof prints, the soft bleating of the goat met by a gentle whicker from the horse. These are the subtle threads that weave the fabric of their connection, a tapestry of small kindnesses and shared routines that build a strong and lasting bond. Sometimes these friendships are particularly crucial when one animal is elderly, unwell, or has lost another companion. The presence of a different species, like a goat for a horse, can fill a void, offering comfort and preventing loneliness. The goat's lively energy can even encourage an older horse to be more active, while the horse's steadfastness provides stability for the goat. We observe them in their shared space, the horse perhaps dozing lightly on its feet while the goat explores a nearby bush, always aware of each other's location. There's an unspoken understanding, a comfortable familiarity that allows each to be at ease. The goat might even seek out the horse during a thunderstorm, finding reassurance in the larger animal's calm demeanor or sheer presence. The playful antics are, of course, a delight to witness. A young goat, full of boundless energy, might try to instigate a game with its equine friend, bucking and leaping around the horse, which might respond with a curious glance or even a playful toss of its head. These moments of interspecies play, however brief, are clear indicators of a positive and affectionate relationship. The story of equine and caprine companionship, exemplified by tales like Mr. G and Jellybean, reminds us that the need for connection is not confined by species boundaries, even in the more managed environments of our farms and sanctuaries. These animals, given the chance, form bonds based on individual personalities and shared experiences, creating their own small pockets of harmony and friendship in the wider world, a gentle end to our exploration of these remarkable alliances. Outro, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed these adorable friendships, make sure to hit the subscribe button for more heartwarming stories. See you next time. As our journey through these remarkable tales of interspecies amity concludes, we are left with a profound sense of wonder at the emotional richness that thrives within the animal kingdom. From the elephant and the dog to the cat and the owl, the dolphin and the retriever, the lion and the dachshund and the horse and the goat, each pair has offered us a unique window into the surprising ways life connects with life, forging bonds of trust and affection that defy our expectations and enrich our understanding. These are not mere anecdotes of fleeting cuteness, they are powerful testaments to an intelligence and emotional capacity that extends far beyond our own species. They remind us that the desire for companionship, for loyalty, for a comforting presence in a vast and sometimes challenging world is a thread that runs through many of nature's creatures. The gentle patience of a lion, the joyful play of a dolphin with its canine friend, the quiet solace shared between an owl and a cat. These moments speak a universal language of connection that resonates deeply within us, perhaps because we too are intrinsically wired for such bonds. Let these stories inspire us to look at the animals around us, both wild and domestic, with a renewed sense of curiosity and respect. May they encourage us to consider the complex inner lives they lead and the profound relationships they are capable of forming. The world is indeed full of wonders, and perhaps none are more heartwarming than these demonstrations of friendship in its purest, most unexpected forms. The capacity for love, it seems, is a gift generously spread across the tapestry of all living things.